a lot of people over there talk about BAT like it's an American phenomenon. Like, oh, I'm going to list my car in Europe on BAT because it'll sell to the American audience.
Like an American buyer.
Yeah, you want to talk about Europe. Europe is a fun place for us to be listing some interesting cars. I don't know if you've seen the cars there recently, but some of them were tied into our event in Europe, which is the part of Europe and the narrative that I'm excited to chat about because I was over there, 3 weeks ago now in the Netherlands at the Zandvoort F1 circuit where we did a BAT event at the historic races. They call it the Historic F1 races at Zandvoort, which they do once a year. This time it was in June, and it was terrific. And I had never been to that circuit, and BAT had never done a formal event in Europe. So for us to get to do that and have the artwork for the event, which you saw.
So sick, yeah.
Which was great. And the gear and the T-shirts and the swag and hanging out with some cars for sale. And we have a local partner over there, Image Street Classics, who is our first local partner in Europe. And there will be more to be announced on that as we roll forward. But we have it in the Netherlands. And so people from actually all over Europe are now inbound to Image Street Classics asking about how do I list a car on BAT and how can it work and what do I do? And having local assistance and advocacy over there from someone who speaks the native language and is on the ground and knows how to title the cars and knows how to ship the cars and do all that sort of thing is really important for good service for buyers and sellers over there. But interestingly enough, they brought a bunch of cars that were listed.
Yes, I want to talk about some of those.
Through the local partner. They were on the ground.
Okay.
A De Tomaso Vallelunga.
So some cars we've never listed before. And that Bizzarini, which I'd never even heard of, a 4-cylinder Bizzarini.
Yeah, with Opel connections. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know what's going on with that weird Bizzarini, but a Bizzarini, sort of baby Bizzarini, a big Isogrifo.
Targa, late Mark II, super cool
with
car.
With a 5-speed, with a ZF 5-speed in it. Cool car. The De Tomaso, which is really beautiful in person. That kind of stole the show. It's hard to steal a show from a Grifo, in my opinion, but you park it next to that and everybody goes to the De Tomaso. So that was fascinating. And then we had a couple Alphas and a Pagoda SL on the site. But interestingly, a lot of people over there talk about BAT like it's an American phenomenon. Like, oh, I'm going to list my car in Europe on BAT because it'll sell to the American audience.
Like an American buyer.
Yeah.
Right.
So if there's good currency things going on, or if it's a model they think will be savvy over here, right? Like the early guys with 964 RSs were like, totally. I want to sell it to an American, right? Because they pay more for these cars.
Right.
So there was a lot of that narrative, but super interestingly in this moment and at this event, all of those cars bid and were live on BAT and they finished in 1 or 2 days after the event and they all went to European buyers. So they all stayed in Europe.
Interesting.
One went to Switzerland, one went to Spain, and one went back to Germany. I think it was a German car that was displayed in the Netherlands and sold back to Germany. So I thought that was super fascinating. People are all like, oh, all the buyers are going to be American dollars. And it's like, nope. It's like they're all buyers over there as well and saw that and saw the announcement and liked those cars. And